Good morning, class 8 students, and welcome to another online physical science class. So, today I am going to start revision lessons on heat. So, let's start. The first question is, what is heat? Most of us use the word heat to mean something that feels warm. But science defines heat as the flow of energy from a warm object to a cooler object. All matter contains heat energy. Heat energy is the result of the movement of tiny particles called atoms, molecules, or ions in solids, liquids, and gases. So, what is heat actually? Heat is the transfer of thermal energy from one object to another object when the objects have different temperatures. That time only heat flows. You please see the diagram now. Three types of heat, a way of heat transmissions are there. One is convection, another one is conduction, and the third one is radiation. We will explain it later on. So heat and temperature are two very commonly used words that you know. Here we just try to find the proper meaning of these words. So earlier heat was considered as a fluid named caloric, gaining which a body becomes hot and losing it the body becomes cold. But Count Rumford in 1753 to 1814, from 1753 to 1814, proved experimentally that heat is not any type of matter, but heat is a form of energy. The random motion of molecules and atoms of the matter generate heat into a matter. Now, units of heat. Heat being a type of energy, it is measured and expressed by the units of other forms of energy. So, the CGS unit of heat is calorie and the SI unit of heat is joule. So, the energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius is called calorie. So calorie, this calorie nowadays it is defined as 4.2 joule. That means exact amount is 4.1868 joules or approx 4.2 joules. So that we can say that actually 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Now what is joule? Presently in the International System of Units, that is SI units, heat is measured by joule. J, as is the practice for measuring other forms of energy. So the joule is a derived unit of energy in the International System of Units. It is also the energy dissipated as heat when an electric current of 1 ampere passes through a resistance of 1 ohm for 1 second. Now, what is joule actually? 1 joule is the quantity of energy required for displacement of a body through 1 meter by applying a force of 1 Newton. Now, what is calorie? Calorie is a unit of energy. Specific definition is a calorie is the amount of energy or heat it takes to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. 1 calorie is equal to 4.184 joule or 4.2 joule. We associate calories with food, but they apply to anything containing energy. For example, a gallon of gasoline contains about 31000,000 calories. Now, we have told that joule is related to unit of work. So using this relation, you can say that work is equal to force into displacement, and force is equal to mass into acceleration. So ultimately, an acceleration is equal to velocity by time. So ultimately, it is coming that work is equal to mass into velocity by time into displacement. This is an abbreviation of Joule. Now, my question is, what is temperature? Temperature is the thermal condition of a body. When two bodies at different temperatures come in thermal contact with each other, then heat flows from one body at higher temperature to the body at lower temperature, and the direction of heat flow doesn't depend on the quantities of heat contained in the bodies, but only on the temperatures of the bodies. So temperature is that thermal condition of a body which determines the direction of flow of heat from that body to another body in thermal contact with it. Temperature is usually expressed as Celsius, Fahrenheit or Kelvin degree. Please remember the Fahrenheit spelling properly. So temperature is a physical property of matter that quantitatively expresses hot and cold. It is the manifestation of thermal energy, you can say, present in all matters, which is the source of the occurrence of heat. A flow of energy when a body is in contact with another that is colder. Temperature is measured with a thermometer. This thermometer may be of Celsius thermometer, may be of Fahrenheit thermometer, or may be of Kelvin thermometer. So temperature may be defined as a condition of a body which determines the transfer of heat to or from other bodies. Use thermometers to determine, generally we use thermometer to determine temperature. Now, there is always a confusion between heat and temperature. So, the differences between these two, heat and temperature, is very important question also. First, see the first diagram. A hot box is there. Temperature, how hot or cold an object is. That means that particular box. And heat is, what is this? That is transferred to the object. For example, stove, heat, pan, that means that red color wave is called heat in the diagram. And the blue box, the blue box is temperature. Okay. Now let's start the differences. You know that these differences is very important. One more time I am reminding you. Heat is a form of energy. Temperature is the thermal condition of a body. Heat is the cause of temperature. Usually temperature of a body increases on getting heated. Temperature is the effect of heat. The direction of flow of heat from one body to another in contact doesn't depend on the quantities of heat contained in them. The direction of flow of heat from one body to another in contact depends on their temperatures. Heat is measured with the help of calorimeter. Temperature is measured by thermometer. Two bodies having same temperature may not have same quantity of heat, but two bodies containing same amount of heat may not have same temperature. The quantity of heat of a body changes during change of state of the body. The temperature of a body remains constant during change of state of the body. Now see, I have also given one diagram. Here are some points of differences. First one is, here first of all let me tell you that thermal energy means heat, because it is a form of thermal energy. So first point, the average kinetic energy of the structural elements of a system is called temperature. And the total kinetic energy of a structural elements of a system is called thermal energy. You can add these points also. So temperature may be positive or negative. Thermal energy always positive. Now temperature may be in Celsius, Kelvin or Fahrenheit, and heat is always into joule or calorie. That means these are the units of measurement. And last one, the temperature doesn't depend on the quantity of the substance. It is related to the average kinetic energy of the particles. And the heat or thermal energy depends on the quantity of the substance. It is related to the total kinetic energy of the particles. Hope so you have understood this. This is a very important question. Now, upper and lower fixed points and fundamental intervals. For measuring temperature, scales of temperature are defined by using two conveniently reproducible temperatures called fixed points. These are the upper fixed point or steam point is the temperature of steam from water boiling under an external pressure of 76 centimeter of mercury at sea level and 45-degree latitude, that is under normal atmospheric pressure. The lower fixed point or ice point is the temperature of pure melting ice under the same conditions. That means of 76 centimeter of mercury at sea level and 45-degree latitude. That is under normal atmospheric pressure. And the difference between these points, fixed points, is called fundamental intervals. So the lower fixed point or ice point is the temperature of pure melting ice at normal atmospheric pressure. The upper fixed point, on the other hand, or steam point, is the temperature of pure boiling water at normal atmospheric pressure. Once we have two fixed points, we can define a temperature scale. So, fundamental interval generally refers to the value of the difference in temperature between two fixed points on a temperature scale. In order to define the scale, it can also be defined as a difference between the values recorded in a thermometer at two fixed points. Now see the first diagram. Upper fixed point, when water is boiling, that means steam point, boiling water, and lower fixed point, when water is cooling, that means ice point. And there are three thermometers are there. First one is Celsius, second one is Fahrenheit, and the third one is Kelvin thermometer, where upper and lower fixed points has been pointed properly. Scales of temperature. So the most widely used scales of temperature are Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. But along with these, we'll discuss here Kelvin scale also. So Celsius is a measurement of temperature in which 0 degrees represents the freezing point of water and 100 degrees represents water's boiling point at the standard atmosphere, which is the mean barometric pressure at the mean sea level. This temperature scale was developed by Swedish astronomer Andreas Celsius in 1742. 0 and 100 degrees Celsius. So previously this scale of temperature used to be called centigrade scale. Now after the name of its inventor Andreas Celsius, it is called Celsius scale. Symbol of this is 0 degrees Celsius. The lower fixed point and upper fixed point of this scale are taken as 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius respectively. That is, fundamental interval of Celsius scale is 100 Celsius degree. How it is coming? 100 minus 0 is equal to 100. Now, next, Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit temperature scale based on 32 degree for the freezing point of water and 212 degree for the boiling point of water. The interval between the two being divided into 180 equal parts. The inventor of Fahrenheit scale is Gabriel Daniel Fahrenheit. This scale was popular in England and the countries under British dominion. But even in England, this scale is not in use nowadays. Symbol of this is degree F. The lower fixed point and upper fixed point of this scale are taken as 32 degree Fahrenheit and 212 degree Fahrenheit. That is, its fundamental interval is equal to 212 minus 32 is equal to 180 Fahrenheit degree. See the second one. This is degree Fahrenheit written, that is Fahrenheit scale. And the third one is Kelvin scale. The Kelvin scale fulfills Thomson's requirements as an absolute thermodynamic temperature scale. It uses absolute zero as its null point. Unlike the degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius, the Kelvin is not referred to or written as a degree. See the third diagram, this is the Kelvin scale. Here also the two fixed points has been explained properly. Nowadays in SI unit, temperature is measured in absolute or Kelvin scale. This scale is similar to Celsius scale and each degree interval in Celsius and Kelvin scale is the same. Only 0 degree of this scale is equal to minus 273 degrees Celsius or minus 273 degrees Celsius rather. Symbol of this is capital K. It may be noted that like Celsius or Fahrenheit scale, degree sign is not used in the symbol of Kelvin scale. If T degree Celsius be any temperature in the Celsius scale, then the Kelvin scale, if this temperature will be T degree Celsius is equal to T plus 273 Kelvin. Relation between Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. Always remember, this is a very important relationship. Sums may come on the basis of this. The conversion formula for a temperature that is expressed on the Celsius scale to its Fahrenheit representation is F is equal to, F means the temperature in Fahrenheit scale is equal to 9 by 5 Celsius plus 32. Celsius temperature scale, also called centigrade temperature scale, is a scale based on 0 for the freezing point of water and 100 for the boiling point of water. So ultimately the relation is coming C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. How it is coming I am explaining, but before that see the diagram. Fahrenheit and Celsius scale 0 degree and there 32 degree, here 100 degree and here 212 degree Fahrenheit. So if reading of a temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit scale be C and F respectively, then the relation between them is given C by 100. That means C by fundamental interval is equal to F minus 32. Why? Because its melting point is, or lower fixed point is 32. That's why F minus 32. And in case of C, actually it is coming C minus 0. But C minus 0 is equal to C. That's why they have written C directly. So F minus 32 divided by the fundamental interval, that is 180 in this scale. So if we will reduce 100 and 180, it will come 5 and 9. So that's why ultimately this equation is coming C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. Hope so you have understood this properly. The relation between Celsius and Kelvin scale. So the Celsius scale is currently defined by two different temperatures, absolute zero and the triple point of Vienna Standard Mean Ocean Water, VSMOW, specially purified water. Based on this, the relationship between Celsius and Kelvin scale is as follows. T Celsius, that is the temperature in Celsius, is equal to T Kelvin minus 273. 15 T Celsius is equal to T Kelvin minus 273.15. Like this it will go on. So actually the relationship is T degree Celsius is equal to T plus 273 Kelvin. And the opposite one I have shown here. So Celsius versus Kelvin temperature, the Celsius and Kelvin scale are related unit for unit. 1 degree unit on the Celsius scale is equivalent to 1 degree unit on the Kelvin scale. The only difference between these two scales is the 0 point. Thank you, students. For any doubts or queries, please email me at shudeshnavan.sma@outlook.com.